Hey everybody, how you doing? Dave Howard from Adirondack Bow Hunters. Just checking in for another review. This month I was able to get my hands on the new G5 Prime. This bow is the alloy. A couple unique features for those of you who aren't familiar with the Prime bow line. Dual track cam system, right? Has a split yoke, runs 2 strings inside the dual track cam, helps to distribute the weight evenly on both sides, center the string down the center of the bow, and allow for a much more accurate shot. It's really something different, something I've never seen in the industry. I've heard that systems like this have been tried before in the past, but this is the first experience I've had with them, and I'd have to say to this so far it works phenomenally. Some other features: they used to have a tie glide system with Teflon and this flexible cable here, and what they did is they actually replaced that tie glide system where the cables went through an eyelet and went to a roller system. Hope you guys can see that on the back side here. Makes it a little bit easier to service the bow, change a string or a cable or whatever the case may be, and you know, the tunability of the bow as well. The other really neat feature to this too is this is actually adjustable. It works just like a limb screw. You could dial it in, pull the cables out, but you know and I know that when you draw back, it's going to put more tension, more side load on the cables. So you can go up to 4 turns in the opposite direction and actually bring your cables back in towards your center. Less torque, less side load, more accurate shot, more stable platform. Prime really did a great job in setting up this bow to really just be deadly accurate. Arrow flight is amazing. You know, very little tuning to get excellent arrow flight, which is really, really nice. It's something that I haven't experienced in a while. Shooting some of the bigger bow manufacturers, not to say Prime's not on its way up. You know, they really have come on in the industry, but I mean, they're starting to be one of those companies you see everywhere. You know, on shows and TV and magazines and all sorts of stuff, which is great to see because they're building a great product. But I still wouldn't consider them one of the big, one of the big 3 yet. You know, they still haven't really stepped over that line and made it in there, which to me it really is nice. I like to shoot something that not everyone is shooting, but they are growing in popularity because they're putting out such a nice product. The other thing, just like in the other bow I reviewed, when I was talking about the Obsession, the machining, the quality of machining and the time put into the riser, same with this, not a sharp edge on the entire bow. Everything is beveled down. They do a beautiful job on the limb pockets. I wish I could zoom in a little closer. You'll see it in the pictures and stuff later on as we're going through the video, but when you see the inside of the limb pockets and the way they're machined, they didn't just take the easy way out and machine a little material out of the back of the riser and say, boom, we got a lighter bow. They really took the time to round everything off, get inside the riser, inside the structure itself, bevel down those edges, make sure there were no sharp edges, just trimming more and more material out to really create a super light bow, a super light shooting platform. And with this dual track cam system, it's solid as a rock. It really is. Along with the dual track cam system, they also have a couple other small neat features. We have the dual draw stops. Makes for a rock solid back wall. They have this easy pull axle pin here, which is really, really nice as well if you're going to service the bow and press it. I mean, it just comes in, comes out, slides right in, no issues, no worries to service the bow. You do have to, when you switch draw lengths on these though, it's not a module. It's not a module, it's not a rotating module. You actually do have to replace the cams. So just be aware of that. You know, that's something that you definitely want to be aware of when ordering, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You're going to want to get this bow from a dealer, someone who's going to be able to help you, and make sure that you're set up properly. Geez, I mean, this thing is just loaded with technology. I don't even know where to start and where to finish. I'm so impressed with it. Another thing that I've really noticed about this bow is now that I put a few arrows through it. I put a lot of arrows through it, to be honest, at this point. Balance of the bow is fantastic. No real vibration in the bow at the shot. It has this over-molded rubberized grip with these little markings on the back, which helps you with the center shot and center of the riser for tuning. I personally think the grip feels great. I have seen some other videos online where the grips cause some flack, but I love it. I think it's super comfortable, and I get a really nice hold with it as well. I have tried taking it off and shooting off the flat riser, which is also nice. It actually has a pretty nice feel and a pretty nice machine on the flat riser itself, and allows you to get your hand really close into your arrow shelf and give you some really nice control of that bow. Again, just that rock solid shot, that rock solid platform. So, I mean, either way, I would suggest you try both. I tried both. I decided to go with the grip because of the way it forces my wrist position. I feel like I'm just a little more accurate with it, I guess, or it's just a little more comfortable to me. I also thought about a hunting situation, and when it's cold out there, you know, I'd rather have that nice over-molded grip. The one I'm shooting right now, this is a 29.5 inch, 70 pounds. I have it really dialed back, if you could see the draw stops. I mean, I'm probably shooting maybe 65% let off on this bow right now. Draw cycle is amazingly smooth, super nice. I shot a lot of bows this year, and you guys will see that. You'll see a lot of different stuff come out. You know, the big three, you know, the Matthews, the Hoyts, the PSEs. I had the chance to shoot the Obsession bow, which I really liked a lot. It was a great bow. And now I've had the chance to shoot this, and I'll tell you what, some of the, I guess you would say, and I don't want to call these guys a smaller company, but not part of that big three, you know, those smaller companies, the Primes, the Obsessions. I'll tell you what, man, they're on the top of their game. I've really been most impressed with what's come out of the smaller, you know, again, I almost say that in parentheses or quotations, you know, the smaller bow companies have really stepped up their game and are really putting out some awesome product. I am overly impressed with, again, companies like Prime, Obsession, who are really just stepping up and putting out an amazing product with more technology, better shootability, higher speeds, you know, again, tunability. When you talk about the roller and being able to shift it in, the cables inwards to take side load off, the dual track cam system, you know, I could go on and on about the technology in this bow, and that's not even the biggest selling feature. The biggest selling feature for Prime is the grade aluminum that they actually use in this bow is the highest in industry standard. It's 770, I believe. Make sure I didn't misquote that. Might have to look that back up, but you know, 660 is the norm. So this is actually a stronger, more rigid, more vibration-free material. It's the highest in the industry right now. They have the highest grade out of any major bow manufacturer that's making them right now, and you know, that's their kind of claim to fame. You know, there's videos online of this riser picking up SUVs without bending, you know, and they're hoisting it off of straps, and you can find them right on YouTube. It's amazing. But you know, to me, maybe that's why the bow is so nice. Maybe that's why it is so vibration free. Maybe that's why it shoots so comfortably. Might be the reason. But for me, you know, all the other technology is really what does it for me, and really why I'm so impressed to see it in a company, you know, really just stepping up and doing something different, which is also what I really like to see. You know, these guys are really doing something different, and they're sticking to it, and it's starting to catch on. So, you know, the biggest thing I can say is You know, if I had to rate the bow a 1 out of 10, you know, 1 being the worst, 10 being the highest, I don't know if I'd quite give it a 10, but this is mine. I am keeping it, and I am hunting with it this year.